Justice Ginsburg came to her view of the law not from a textbook, but from life, her own life. She often told the story of how she had personally felt the sting of discrimination as a woman, as the mother of a young child trying to find work. And so she committed her life, step by step, case by case, law by law, to tear down the obstacles in the way of so many, and especially women. Now, we are about to undertake the task of finding her replacement on the United States Supreme Court. Of course, it's hard to say those words. In truth, Ruth Bader Ginsburg cannot be replaced. She was an original, a one-of-a-kind. She combined a steel spine with an ability to extend an open hand, never a closed fist. She demonstrated you could both hold firm to your principles and still hear those with whom you disagree. That is a lesson that should be ringing in our ears. But it looks like this president and his party are not interested in hearing any of the lessons from Justice Ginsburg. Already the president and his party have chosen to ignore Justice Ginsburg's final wish to hold off the nomination to replace her until after the next president is chosen. A wish, by the way, shared by the American people. And look, it's not complicated. The voters would simply like to have an opportunity to vote for their president before the Senate votes on a nominee. And that's not too much to ask. But President Trump and his party are not interested in hearing the will of the people. In fact, my sense is that they're afraid of what they're going to be told. We are not even debating, okay, this is really important. We're not even debating whether the Senate should hold hearings on a nominee in an election year. We're not in the middle of an election year. We're in the middle of an election, an ongoing election. Almost 1 million Americans have already voted, and more will vote this week and next week, and in just a few weeks, all Americans will have voted. But President Trump and his party don't care. They just want to jam this nomination through as fast as they can. It's called raw power. But President Trump and his party are about to learn something. They may think that it is they who have the power in this country, but they don't. The American people are the ones who have the power. You have the power. And you can make it very clear, very soon, how you feel about being cut out of this Supreme Court nomination process. Even worse, though, than the president and his party ignoring Justice Ginsburg's final wish, is their determination to appoint a justice who will undo her life's work. Let's be clear. The Supreme Court will impact our lives in 3 critical ways. First, President Trump and his party have made it clear they will pick a justice who will get rid of the Affordable Care Act. And in fact, just days after the election, the court will hear a case that could strike down the Affordable Care Act in its entirety. It's a decision that could take away health care for 20 million Americans. It is a decision that could take away protections for pre-existing conditions for more than 100 million people in our country. It's a decision that could take away Medicare benefits for seniors. It's a decision that could toss out the rule that says children can be covered on their parents' health care up to the age of 26. All of that will hurt the millions of Americans who have come to rely on the Affordable Care Act. And what is especially offensive about what President Trump and his party are up to is this. Getting rid of the Affordable Care Act will take us backward to a time where you could charge a woman more for her health care than you can charge a man just because she's a woman. Getting rid of the Affordable Care Act will take us backward to a time when pregnancy could be considered a pre-existing condition. Getting rid of the Affordable Care Act will take away birth control and contraceptive coverage for women. And get this relentless obsession with overturning the Affordable Care Act is driven entirely by a blind rage toward President Obama. And it's happening at a moment when our country is suffering through the ravages of a pandemic that has claimed more than 200,000 lives in our country. Complications from COVID-19, like lung scarring and heart damage, could well become the next pre-existing condition. In short, there are few things they could do that would be more offensive to the legacy and the life of Justice Ginsburg than to return us to the full-scale policies of discrimination in health care toward the women of our country. But that's what overturning the Affordable Care Act will do. And overturning the Affordable Care Act is a way a nominee gets the support of this president and his party. As Attorney General of California, I defended your right to health care. As senator, I voted to protect your right to health care. But now President Trump has nominated Judge Amy Coney Barrett, and we know where Judge Barrett stands on the Affordable Care Act. Judge Barrett is on record opposing the decision that upheld the Affordable Care Act. As recently as 2017, she specifically attacked the Chief Justice's opinion in an article where she said, quote, Chief Justice Roberts pushed the Affordable Care Act beyond its plausible meaning to save the statute. If nothing else, the voters should be very clear about one thing. President Trump and his party and Judge Barrett will overturn the Affordable Care Act, and they won't stop there. They have made clear that they want to overturn Roe v. Wade and restrict reproductive rights and freedoms. Judge Barrett has a long record of opposing abortion and reproductive rights. There is no other issue that so disrespects and dishonors the work of Justice Ginsburg's life than undoing the seminal decision in the court's history that made it clear a woman has a right to make decisions about her own body. But that's where President Trump and his party and Judge Barrett are.